Outbreak Day self-insert. This is easily the most personal story that I've ever written. It's also the only story I've ever written in the first person. And that's because this was a story that was very much written from the heart and from my own experiences. Much like Assassin's Creed Immortality, the idea has been in my head for a while, and only now that I finally get the opportunity to put it down to paper. The geography of Davis is accurate. I mostly worked from memory there, and I'm very familiar with the downtown Davis area, so I was able to use both the campus and the downtown to paint a vivid picture, which is kind of unusual for me. Usually when I write, I tend to be light on the details to let the reader fill their own imagination. I usually tend to focus on dialogue more than anything else. But in this story, I tried to paint a picture, and I think I did a pretty good job. I got a lot of acclaim for the story, so I think it was good. And the reason it was good is because I really put a lot of myself on the line making it. I didn't hold anything back. I put all my insecurities and fears into my character. So there's one big aspect of the story that I feel like dominates most discussion of it, and that's the ending. As some of you may know, one of my goals as a writer is to force literary critics to take me seriously. I really have to hold myself to a high standard if I want my works to be seen as literature. And one of the ways I do that is by subverting conventional expectations of fan fiction. Case in point, myself dying at the end of the story. I think that was fitting. I think that Ellie is a more important character than me, and I think like trying to make myself as important as Ellie is one of the ways that like self-inserts tend to falter. So I don't have any regrets about how I ended the story. I think that the ending is fitting for the subject matter that I chose. If I want to make a self-insert be taken seriously, I'm probably going to have to just make myself an average Joe. Self-inserts tend to be mocked when they're too powerful, too Marty or Mary Sue-ish, too unrealistic. There's nothing unrealistic about some random dude shanking Ellie. Or rather, Ellie shanking some random dude, as happened in my story. I think overall, this is a pretty good expansion of the Last of Us universe. I managed to create the Sacramento quarantine zone and, create some mythology for the area surrounding Sacramento. And I think that worked pretty well.